Hey, good morning everybody. Wanted to provide a little bit different of a video this morning. So far I've just been posting my videos on the roasting out in the side porch and wanted to give you guys an insight on kind of what I used for grinding every morning. I started grinding quite a while ago with just store-bought whole beans, and it just really creates a better coffee. And that's really the end goal, is creating a better coffee. I don't think I consider myself a snob. I just, if there's something simple that can be done that inherently makes the coffee a little bit better, why not do it? And grinding was one of those. I'll go over a few other things I do as time goes on, just providing more information for you guys. So the first grinder I had was just an electric grinder from like Walmart or something. But recently, when I got into the home roasting, I wanted to get a burr grinder. And so, again, trying to save money, I went with a hand burr grinder, which was this one right here. This is a Kuissential even grind. It's kind of got some glare there. There we go. It had good reviews, and it was like 20 bucks basically, and it held a decent amount, enough for it was right at about, I filled this up, it was enough for the coffee for the day, which I normally will fill up the coffee pot to about the 8 line, so I just use a regular drip machine. So this was just big enough to do that. The issue ended up being the other nice thing about it was it's fairly easy to adjust. So, it comes with the handle, and you pull this top piece off here, and then you simply just rotate this. It's got some, you can see those little dots there, kind of show you grind size. So you just simply set it to where you want, fine or coarse. Put the locking key on there, like that. Put the handle on there and screw the handle on there. It was quiet. That was the other thing I wanted, was something quiet. The issue was it took about 3 or 4 minutes of turning the handle to get this entire container of coffee ground, which was not fun. So what I ended up doing before I moved to this one, which we'll go over next, was using my drill. And I did this for quite a while. This actually, you can no longer use the handle on this unit because the threads are gone. But I would just, attach the drill to that and use that every morning. It was a little bit noisier, but in minute and a half, I'd have my my beans ground. So that's what I did for quite a while. But it was taking about a minute and a half, which was still a little bit longer than what I wanted to spend. And I just wanted something better. So about a month ago, I upgraded to this unit here. It was a little bit more than I was wanting to spend, but it had like 1,000 good reviews on Amazon. And so that was my rationale in terms of spending a little bit more on it than I wanted to. It's still way cheaper than a lot of grinders out there. And this is, I don't know how you say it, OXO. I don't know how you say it, if there's a way to say that or not. But the OXO Grinder, it holds 3/4 of a pound of beans in the hopper up here. And it's got actually 15 different settings for, coarse to fine. I've only really experimented with a couple of the medium grinds, simply because I use a drip machine. I've watched a couple reviews of this from other channels, and it seems to do pretty well on the coarse or the fine grind, but not but not so great on the coarse grind. You get some inconsistencies in the grind size. Now I've also heard on the fine size that while it's consistent, it doesn't get fine enough for some people for an espresso. I don't know. I don't really use espresso, so I just use drip, so it works great. So there's 15 different settings for that, and then the way you determine how much you want to grind is there's a dial here for 0 to 30 seconds. And I always use 60 grams of beans in the morning. So I just had to do some trial and error of 20 seconds, 30 seconds, or whatever. I ended up with about 25 seconds. And to get my 60 grams of coffee, and it takes, well, like the 24 seconds. Let me just show it to you here. That's why I wanted to do this in the morning, so I could show you kind of what it sounds like and what the grind looks like. Move that out of the way. So I can't really flip this around. So there's the hopper, or the holder. There are the beans. So it's had pretty good grind. It's pretty quick. I like that it holds a handful of beans so that we can, I can roast my coffee and then set it in here. It's I think it's UV filtering, I believe. I put it in the cupboard, so it doesn't really matter. The other nice thing about this is there's just this right here. You can kind of see, I don't know if you can see the locking here symbols or not, but you simply twist this and it comes right out, and then the top part of the burr grinder comes out for easy cleaning. The idea behind a burr grinder is you've got kind of a gear on the bottom and a gear on the top, and I believe the idea is that you can adjust the height of the top gear to get the grind size you want. So anyway, I wanted to kind of show you guys what I've been using for grinding and kind of my progression. If you have any questions or want to see anything else, just let me know. And we'll see you guys probably Friday to roast some more beans. See you then. Bye.